I got something I want to talk about this year, and I'm going to be bold saying this. The biggest fight to make in boxing, Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk. And I wanted to dissect this and kind of talk about this. So, we're going to start out Tyson Fury, okay? Tyson Fury is 33-0-1, 24 by knockout, 270 pounds, 6'9", monster. I love Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury really stole my attention and caught my heart when he took out Wilder. Not once, but twice. See, I was a big Wilder guy, and I still rock with Wilder, but Wilder was like 43-0 and 42 by knockout. And the only one he didn't knock out on those, he went back and refought and knocked him out. Dude's just a knockout artist. I mean, sometimes Deontay Wilder isn't even the best boxer, especially in the heavyweight, but he has this thing we refer to as the eraser. You get caught with that right hand, you're going to sleep. The hardest power puncher in boxing history. You might want to debate that, but if he's not, he's at least top 3, and I still think he's number 1. Tyson Fury went down. He got dropped by Wilder, like at least in the third fight, which best fight I have ever watched in my era. And he knocked him down like 2 or 3 times. Second fight, Fury just annihilated Wilder. I mean, he TKO'd him. You know, he gave him that work. But the first fight, Wilder was winning that fight. But he got caught with that right hand in round 12. His eyes rolled in the back of his head like. Ref comes over there, start counting 1, 2. Got up at like 7. Came to. He's like, well, that was 10. Can you keep going? Yeah. And then he started fighting Deontay Wilder, or boxing, and he beat him in that round. I even heard him say in an interview, he's like, what I learned about Deontay Wilder is he can't box backwards. And then you see it in the second one, dominated him. Now, the third one, that was just a war, you know. But Fury knows how to find your weakness. Fury's a mastermind in how to get in your head. I love Tyson Fury. You know, it gets thrown around a little bit that he could possibly be the best ever. And I was watching something and I was thinking about it. You know, would he have beat Mike Tyson? I think he would have. Would he have beat Ali? I don't know. And even if there was some way we could actually have seen that, actually that would just been crazy. But I just can't say it's Ali. You know, it's Ali. But if you're gonna throw that around, say he's the greatest, you gotta think about it. Yes, he beat Wilder twice. He had a draw with him. Some people say that was controversial. Whatever. Who else has he fought? Yeah, he beat Vladimir Klitschko. That dude was like 10 years win streak. Nobody could beat him. Tyson Fury comes in there, gets in his head, beats him. I mean, destroys that streak. Okay? Now he's like, after he knocks out Wilder, he's like, I want Anthony Joshua. And Tyson Fury, he's Britain. Or he's English. You know, he's from London. AJ, also from the same place. AJ keeps running from him. I do remember one time they were going to fight, but Wilder had a clause and they disputed it. Couldn't fight him. But other than that, like after he knocked out Deontay Wilder, AJ was supposed to go. He had a clause after he had lost to Usyk. And they were going to fight. Tyson Fury said, screw that. I'll give you step-aside money. Either let me fight you or let me fight Usyk. Couldn't agree to it. Basically what that is, I'm sure Usyk would have done it. AJ's like, no, I want my second chance. I want my belts back. So then Usyk beats him for the second time. Or no. Tyson then is like, screw it, fights Dillian White, gives him that work, uppercut, send him to Mars. Like, okay. Now, he's like, all right, let me fight AJ. AJ, nowhere to be found. Okay? Whatever. Let me get Usyk. Usyk's like, I want to fight you, but I don't want to fight till next year, which is 2023. He's just like, all right, I'm going to fight Derek Chisora. Everybody thought that was controversial, but, you know, I even thought it kind of was because it's like he already beat him twice. But then again, I love watching Tyson Fury fight, so obviously I watched it. And boy, was that a massacre. I mean, just beat him up. Well, after that fight, Usyk's sitting ringside, and Tyson's like, where's the little rabbit? Where's the little rabbit? He comes up there. Tyson's like, hey, matey, you docile. I'm going to beat you. Blah, 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 blah. You ain't shit. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, Joe Joyce, you could get it too. You can get that work. He's like, and let me tell you what, after I'm done with you two, how about I go back to Vegas? Deontay Wilder 4. Let's go. Tyson Fury, my brother. Woo! Tyson Fury talking that shit. I love it. But that whole time, he's yelling. Usyk's just like, Tyson Fury. Like, just crazy. Obviously, that fight has to happen, okay? Let me give you a little statistics on Usyk. Usyk, heavyweight champ, 20-0, 13 by knockout, 220 pounds, 6'3". That's a lot smaller than Tyson. A lot smaller. Now, Usyk, he's the real deal too. And my whole rant with the whole Tyson Fury, I'm building up him. Now it's time for Usyk. Usyk, he was a cruiserweight. He was kicking everybody's ass. So he goes up to heavyweight, beat Derek Chisora, which is the guy Tyson Fury just fought last. He goes against AJ, who at the time only had one loss. And the guy that beat him, he came back and beat him, got his belts back. AJ is one of the biggest names in boxing. The champ. Usyk beats him first time. Pretty bad. It was decision, but he beat him up. I mean, beat him up. So, and it looked like AJ wasn't even there. It didn't even look like it. Like he just didn't look like himself in there. So I'm thinking, man, did AJ, like, did he underestimate him? Huh. So now they go back a year later, AJ Usyk 2. They go in there, in the first couple rounds, I'm like, okay, AJ, okay. I mean, Usyk was giving him every pound AJ was throwing, Usyk's throwing it right back, but it's a good fight. I'm like, man, AJ he got a new trainer, and he's learned some new stuff. He's coming with a different strategy. And the funny thing is, after a little bit, it was like third, fourth round, AJ gave him that work. But then after that, now Usyk comes in here. He starts throwing him. His speed, dodging. Everything AJ's throwing, either it miss or barely connect. Usyk's coming. And then you see the rest of the fight. AJ basically starts getting back into old habits and doing what he was doing in the first Usyk AJ fight. So now I'm like, oh, Usyk knows how do I put this? Usyk knows how to go to your weaknesses, and if you try something new on him, he's gonna figure you out and then make you go back to what you know. And now that he's done that, now he's got you because he already knows what you're gonna do. I mean, he beat a lot of people. It came to a split, which total BS. That was no split. Usyk won by a margin. So, anyways, and at the end of the fight, AJ like leaves the ring, ain't gonna say nothing. Then he comes back, has a mental breakdown, like, everybody holler for Usyk, hip hip, hip hip. Like nuts. Like, dude, you could just see a guy having a mental breakdown. Definitely mess with him. So now that we got that out of the way, Usyk, undefeated heavyweight with belts. Fury, also the lineal heavyweight with his belt. Massive fight. You got two undefeated heavyweights. Two completely different styles. This is the biggest boxing match to make. Some people say Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. I mean, yeah, I get it. I want to see that fight. But I think that this is going to be huge. Dare I say it? This I'm not going to say it's going to be as big as Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, but it's going to be up there with the fights. It's going to definitely be the biggest boxing match since that match, in my opinion. And a lot of people don't, I think, okay, and I'm leaning towards Fury too, but I've seen so many people not even giving Usyk a chance. Let me tell you, Usyk is a bad dude too. I mean, let's just observe Fury and Wilder. The speed there is so much slower than it was with Fury or with Usyk and AJ. Like, Usyk is that much faster than Deontay Wilder. Now, he doesn't have the power, no. His skill is better. He's a little bit smaller. Here's the deal. Tyson Fury is going to put his weight on Usyk, so that's something I'm excited to see what he's going to do about that. But Tyson Fury's legs are gone. Like, don't get me wrong, he's still that dude. He's still quick. Head movement, insane, especially how big he is. His like movement of his body, especially his head, like crazy. But last time you seen Tyson Fury fight a guy with kind of speed, kind of like Usyk, it gave him trouble. And this will definitely be the most skilled boxer he's fought. Now, Deontay Wilder, I mean, that's a different animal too. But definitely since then, this like makes Dillian White, Derek Chisora for sure look like garbage, straight garbage. This fight is massive. And I don't know who wins. I'm leaning towards Fury, but Usyk's good too. And a lot of people aren't even giving him a chance, which is nuts. I cannot wait when this fight finally gets made official. I cannot wait to see the odds. Because I got a feeling Tyson's going to be a heavy favorite. But I'm telling everybody, even though I'm leaning towards Fury, you're going to be surprised. I'm telling you, it's going to be closer than you think. And it would surprise me if Usyk came with the upset. Because there's no way they're going to favor Usyk. No way. But as you could tell, I'm so excited for this fight. So, yeah, that's my take on it. And I think that is the biggest fight you can make in boxing. I got 3. I think in UFC has been dominating boxing. I love boxing. I love both of them, but I love boxing more. But I love UFC's cards more because the last couple boxing matches I've watched, I've only watched for the headline. Besides the Deontay Wilder fight, and it's because I knew the co-main event, Caleb Plant. Other than that, trash. But also in boxing, they're not fighting the best with the best. You put Tyson Fury, Usyk together, that's the best with the best. What you do next, you put Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. That might not be the best in Ryan Garcia, but that's the best fight to make in that division. And then you got Tank, Devin Haney. That would also be massive. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. Why are y'all not fighting? That is a massive fight. I think if the box community make them 3 fights, I guess 4 if you count the Devin Haney, but just Tyson Usyk, or Fury Usyk, Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, and Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford. And then why not? Add Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, or no. AJ, Deontay Wilder. Those are all massive fights. Boxing make this happen. And y'all will kick the UFC's ass. And no disrespect to UFC, even though I kind of just seemed like I did, but boxing, you're not even competing with them. I love your sport. I got love for y'all. I've always loved boxing. But we're not making these fights happen and the fans are pissed. That's what it is. That is 100% what it is. I can give a shout out to Dana White and give him the credit where he deserves. He makes the champs defend their title with the best, and he makes them fight. These promoters and some of these boxers are getting greedy. And it's ruining boxing. So boxing, let's make that comeback. Let's make these fights happen, and let's get it. Yeah. Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk, massive fight. Thank y'all for tuning, liking, commenting, subscribing. Brr.